Hello ladies, welcome to day one of Manifesting Made Easy, our Manifesting Masterclass, where my intention for the next 2 days is to break down the universal laws and the way to manifest in such an easy way that hopefully you haven't heard it before. Because I know we've got a lot of new women in this group that I'm so excited to have, and I know most of them, so I know, I love the energy. And some people are very new at manifesting, or understanding it or knowing about it, and then others are more advanced, which is totally fine. It doesn't matter where you're at on the scale of understanding it. Even if you are more advanced, this is a daily practice. This has got to turn into a lifestyle, not just to go to the gym one time, not just to do our journaling one time, because it won't work that way. It won't work in our favor for that way, and that's what I want everyone to get results of the manifesting, doing it right, because we're manifesting all day long, every day, all day long. So you're calling in things all the time. Hey Paula, how are ya? I know this weather. We have like a hurricane coming through in Florida. So as you guys are hopping on, say hello, and I would love to know where you're tuning in from. If you are watching the replay, then also just comment as if you were here, because the more conversation, the more questions, the more interaction you have even with each other, the more energized the container is going to be, and you're going to get more out of the masterclass. That's just how it works. So plus I don't just want to keep talking. I really want people to interact with me. Hey Diane. So on a scale from 1 to 10, where are you in your manifesting journey? And what are some of the things that you're, some of the issues that you're running into, or the challenges? The questions that I asked coming into the group, I absolutely love, because it does give me it lets me know, where you're at a little bit, and it guides me to be able to formulate answers and, stories of where I was to help you get through any challenging blocks that you have with it. And there were a lot of the same questions as well. So just like anything, even going back to school, hey Christy, even going back to school when the teacher said there's, no answer, no question is a dumb question. Ask it, because I guarantee you someone else is going to want to know it, and then they're afraid to ask it. So please ask, even if you think that it's the simplest of questions, and let's really tune into the energy of these laws and with each other, and understand this in such a simple way, because we overcomplicate everything in life. We as humans, we just do, and we don't need to. Things they can be that easy. They can be simple. You can have more fun and work less. You can make more money by working less. You can have it all. And we were taught that we can't have it all. And that's not true. That's not true. So manifesting is the law of attraction. The law of attraction states that, like attracts like. So if we are putting out positive thoughts, we're going to be getting positive back. If we're putting out negative thoughts, we're going to be getting negative back. So pretty easy. We just deal with frequencies and energies and vibration, and we just have to find where our desire is on that list and hit it, ask, receive, believe, and that's it. Easy as that, right? Easy as that? It is, but then why isn't it working? Why are we not calling in the desires that we want? What's the block? What are we doing wrong? So that's what we're going to go through in the next couple days. I'm going to break down in an easy way, because I need to understand things, and I need them to work fast. That's how I am. I don't have very much patience, and I see using these techniques and tips and strategies that I've been using. I will use them every single day, and I love masterclasses like this. I love being part of groups like this, because it puts it in front of my face even more, because I'm always trying to amplify. I'm always trying to find different loopholes, or, okay, can I shorten this? Can I shorten the timing of that? Or why did that not come in so fast? So I'm kind of like a scientist behind the scenes, trying to really dissect, what I'm doing and how can I do it better. And if something works for me, then I want to share it with you. So I'm always working on new things too. And everything starts in our mind, and we have got so much power within us. We have got so much power within us, and there's so much power, outside of us, with all the natural universal laws too. When we can tune in and amplify using our power and connect to some of the powers that are out there, then really we're just missing the faith. We're missing the trust. And that's a huge part of it. We're missing the faith and the trust, because some of this stuff seems so out there. Frequencies and vibration, it seems kind of out there, that people are like, it just doesn't make sense. And the things that don't make sense to us, we don't, we get a little nervous of. If we can't understand it, we have a hard time moving past it. If we can't control it and know what the next move is going to be, we don't want to fall in a hole. We don't want to trip up. We don't want to, mess up. And it's very fearful not knowing the next step. But it's impossible to know the next step. It is impossible to know because there are so many different directions we could go that this is where you have got to just work on unwavering faith without a shadow of a doubt. If I say I want it, and I truly believe that that it's for me, it's going to come in. It's going to come in. And even if you got to close your eyes and be like, I trust you, it's coming. So I want to work on some of the desires too. There's something that everybody tries to control everybody else too. And the power of the mind is something nobody can ever take away from you. No, it's free. These gifts are free. We can play with them and use them with any situation in our lives, from sleeping better at night, to losing weight, to healing our bodies, to having better relationships, to, finding our passion and our purpose and living it and loving it, and just seriously having your life work on autopilot in a good way. Because most of the time, and many people are, walking along this path aimlessly in life. They're just floating and they don't know that there's another way. Or if they do know there's another way, they don't know how to get there. They're floating with the majority of the energies. 98% of the people are directing the other people, and they don't know. People are following people that don't know. They're not leaders. Everyone's just kind of floating around, and it's up to us to finally stop and be like, get me out of this suit, this identity suit, and let me go back to the golden soul that's inside me, that's knocking on the inside. And if you all are here, you all have heard that knock before. You want more. You know that there's more. You know you're meant for more. And there's huge potential in each and every one of you. And there is a creative genius in each and every one of you that is it's dying to get out. And if we squash it and we don't listen to that, then, the universal laws will work in the negative for us, and we'll be miserable. We won't, because we're not working our passion. We're doing, we're either copying someone else or getting tripped up in, procrastination or trying to control things. We're doing everything that humans do. And if we want massive, almost superhuman results, we've got to do superhuman things. In order to get superabundance, we have to go past our five senses, because everything is frequency and energy and vibration. So the law of attraction states like attracts like. Now, that's fine. And we can understand that because there's a cause and effect. So it goes back to science too. This isn't a religion, which some people get nervous about. I was born and raised Catholic, Irish, Italian, and I didn't learn any of this stuff. I still don't even, after all these years, I still can't figure out the prayers and stuff like that because I wasn't paying attention because I didn't care enough. It was boring to me, and like it is for most kids. I didn't know what they were saying. I didn't know what it meant. Nobody explained anything, and we were just going through the motions. And I don't want that in life. It's time to stop going through the motions of life and to really consciously, plan our amazing, lives, starting now, day by day, and not worrying about the future and not worrying about the past anymore, but knowing that we can call in some just crazy fun things without even knowing what they are. That's the magic in it, because the universe knows, God knows what we like. So we don't even have to get specific in certain moments. Just, I want something super fun to happen today. Or just show me a job that I would really enjoy doing, and then you'll be led to it. So our thoughts create things. That's what they say. Yes, they do. Every thought that we send out has a frequency and a vibration to it. Every word we speak has a vibration to it. You can hear the vibration when we speak. Just like when a car comes to you, and the bass is too loud. How can they listen to that? Well, they don't hear the vibration of it. They hear the music of it. We just hear the bass and the crazy, vibration of it. Our cars are vibrating then. So it's just like that. Our thoughts and our words send out vibrations to the universe, like an antenna. And if we are not all connected thoughts, words, and feelings, if we don't feel the emotion behind the thing that we want, or if we are sending out a thought and a word like, I want more money, or I want a better job, or, I want this person to call me. But we inside are feeling, all of a sudden, if we get that gut feeling that's like cringy and like, ugh, we just negated it. It won't come in because it doesn't have enough power. It doesn't have the strength of an arrow to shoot precisely into the desire that's up here. We'll be shooting off this way, off that way, who knows what's coming in, because now we're confusing the universe, we're confusing God, we're confusing the vibration of it. And that's what they mean when they say you've got to be in alignment. Your thoughts, your words, your feelings have got to all line up in the same vibration, the same direction, the same frequency of it feeling good. And not just, oh yeah, it feels good. Like really, you want to amplify your desires, really sit for a second and like just close your eyes and have it just churn inside you like, oh my gosh, like how does a chocolate cake, taste? Taste every single morsel of it. Taste the salt in it. Taste in your mind. Taste the sugar, taste the frosting, taste it all. Really savor it. What does it smell like? What does your desire smell like? Where are you? And then we're going to get into some of the visualizations, later too, but that's why it all starts in our mind. All starts in the imagination. Everything we see around us, every single thing started with an idea. Someone thought of something. Oh, that'd be a good idea. And how many times do we get those ideas? Wow, that sounds like fun. That could be a good idea, but then we don't act on them. And if we act on them and they don't work out, that's okay too. At least we tried it. A lot of times people don't act on the ideas. They just talk about them. Oh my gosh, this is a great idea. I had this great idea. I had this great dream, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to be a millionaire, and I'm going to go on Shark Tank, and I'm sure you guys know those people and then they do nothing because they've just used all their energy talking about it that, now they either don't know how to get to the next level, they don't know what the next step is, or they could be too lazy to do anything about it. It just sounds good. It gets them excited, and that's the excitement we need. But then you got to get the excitement. You already have the thought, get the excitement, and then you have to listen for your action steps because the thoughts, the feelings without action is dead. Faith, oh my gosh, it's coming in, I believe all this, without action kills it. So you can probably see how they're very easy steps, but they're very, very powerful. And I think sometimes there are a lot of moving parts to it too. Going back to, it's not religion, so a lot of people are interested in this and learning how to master their manifestation skills. But they're afraid that they're going to be going against their God or whatever they believe in. They're going to be going against the family, because we've been conditioned for all these years to be one identity from our parents, from society, from church, from teachers, from, and inside, that's not who we are inside. That's someone else created all of this. Our name is only our name because that's the family we were born into. It's not truly who we are. So unless we release this identity, unzip the human suit, which is uncomfortable because then we're comfortable in this suit. That's all we know. That's all we know. So, Siobhan, hi. I love you guys. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Karen. I think I missed some people. So let's see. So this human suit, taking it off is very awkward sometimes, but that's change, and that's being comfortable in a situation is where we get stuck. Staying too comfortable in a situation because we're ever growing, we can't stop the growth. We can't stop the change, just like you can't stop the trees from growing. You can't stop the seasons from changing. We can't control the weather. So if we don't grow, the universe and God will kick us to move to the next level, and it will be aggressive. Sometimes, if you're supposed to move and you're not taking those steps, if you're supposed to do this business that's part of your soul, and we don't take those steps, we will be pushed and moved. So I think of it as, we can do it the easy way or the hard way. Either way, the universe knows the path we're supposed to be on. God knows the path we're supposed to be on, and it will get us to that path. Even if we say, oh, it looks pretty over here, it's going to yank you back on this path over here, thinking you said you want this. This is your desire. Your desire is on this path. You've got to go through X, Y, and Z to get it. So stay focused, but then we veer because we either don't think we can get it or it's not coming in soon enough, and then we've got to be yanked back on the path. So this is science, quantum physics too. So I love learning all about it. It goes back to the Bible. Period, it goes back to the Bible. no doubt. But a lot of the people that read the Bible, it's not explained to them this way. Knock and you shall receive. Okay, what does that mean? That's what Jesus told the disciples or whatever. Okay, well, so we're like reading it from a different person, not like, oh wait, that means that we can ask and we'll receive. When we knock on God's door, it'll be opened. He who have little faith, is not going to get the desires, or however it's said. I don't really know a lot of the Bible quotes, but I've been so interested in learning which ones line up. So it's said in the Bible, it's meant for us. It is said very like spiritually. It's said very woo-woo-y, magical and all that stuff. And it's also talked about in just the, black and white quantum physics science version of it, about energy. And they don't call our chakras, they call our energy centers. So we are full of energy, and we exude an energy. That's our aura. So if you're not feeling well one day and you're low energy, we say these things and we don't even know what they mean. Oh, I'm low energy today. Or you're bouncing off the walls. Oh, I'm higher energy today. But it truly means, you're powering up. We've got batteries, almost energy batteries inside of us. And, when we're powered up and we're, expanding our auras when you're adding something like that to a conscious desire, after you've done your journaling on it and you're thinking it and your words line up and now you're feeling it and you're like, actively pushing your aura out. And, anybody that sees me is going to get blasted by love. I'm going to bless someone today without even knowing it. And walk around life like that for a day, you're raising your frequency to where your desire is at. And that's one exercise. It is the most fun thing to do, to see how people start looking at you, to see how people are stopping, they're opening doors, whereas the opposite, if you wake up kind of in a bad mood and you're pissed off at something and you're still thinking about whatever happened, yesterday or five years ago, or creating that belief over and over again that does not have anything to do with today, and then you put an emotion to that belief, and now you're recreating that in your mind over and over again, your day will go downhill very fast. And we're human and we're emotional. And the main thing about that is to be aware of where your feelings are. If you want to know anything, if something's a right decision or a bad decision, how does it make you feel? Ask yourself, how does it make me feel? How do I feel in my stomach? And immediately you'll either get a yes or a no. You will get a gut feeling. And I just went through this with, a woman I was working with. She was selling her house. And she's probably lived in about 12 homes, big, small, all over, had second homes, had third homes, had condos on the beach, had, she's had everything across the board when it comes to a home. However, none of her homes have ever sold easy. They never made any money off homes like a lot of people do. It's like one of the biggest investments you invest in, and then hopefully you'll make money, after it. They never went into the home with that intention, first of all. And within each of those homes, there were memories, bad memories, good memories, mainly a couple homes later, bad memories through each home, bad memories. And she was talking to me, wondering why her home wasn't selling. And I'm like, we're going through all the different techniques, she's doing the work and I'm doing all the work, but it's not. So why? Okay. So then I'm thinking there's a little bit of, lack of faith, crack in her container. And she's like, I keep going back to all those old homes. I don't want to go back to the homes though, because it makes me feel bad. She doesn't want to go back. So we don't like going back to old situations like that because we don't want to re-feel that feeling of bad memories. And immediately right there, I was like, oh, I know exactly why your home is not selling. I know it. And I know you do this. I gave her 2 simple techniques to do to clear that stuff from the past for once and for all. And I said, I guarantee you, and I'm not supposed to give guarantees, but I'm like, I guarantee you will get an offer, whatever it is, whatever you wrote down, full price offer, quick close cash, within 24 to 48 hours once you do this. And guess what? She did it. She's like, I got an offer on my house 24 hours later. And I'm like, I knew it. So that's one of the gifts that I have. I can see beyond people's words. I can see beyond their feelings. And I know what the frequency is. And I know why it's not lining up, which is one of my favorites. And then just one word I need, and then I get the download of exactly like the precise, it's such precision. The universe works in such precision that if we are given Something like that. If she didn't do that, I guarantee that she still wouldn't have sold her home in the timing, or it would have been, a rougher road for her. But we want easy and flow. So to listen to directions from the universe or from God, if you're getting these little hits, to do them right away, because it's leading you to the next step. So that was really cool to actually see the precision, to see the precision in order. Now, I also, with some of my clients, I give them precise orders on what to do. They don't do it, and then they don't get it. They don't get what they want, where the opportunities are always around. So to be aware of the people that are around you, to be aware of the invitations you're getting, to be aware of whatever, because there's like so much happened to me in the last 5 days. It's like, and when I'm vibing on this frequency, holy cow, just so many cool things are happening. But I didn't see any of this stuff happening last week. So I could technically look at my life and be like, well, I asked for that stuff, it's not coming in. I'll just do this stuff, but I don't see this, and this, X, Y, and Z, or whatever. When it all came in, over 48 hours. So much cool stuff, and I'm like, wow, it's happening to every single one of us. There's so much going on behind the scenes, so if you trust that, just because we can't see it right now, today is old news. We've already created today. We've created today, and anything that's happening today, we have manifested it from the past. From a thought, from a word, from an experience from the past. So key number 1 would be look at today, be grateful for today, look around and be so grateful for everything that you have, and know that today's old news. You can start creating right now for tomorrow, for next week, for the future. But not really caring about the future right now, really being present in the moment and feeling everything, just like that cupcake or that chocolate cake, no matter what you are looking to manifest, to get into all of your 5 senses, you're going to be mixing those 5 senses with the universal, the additional senses that we get to use, the superpower senses, because you're going to be then activating it. If you're out to dinner, hear the cars go by, hear the silverware clanking, feel the breeze on your cheek. It's so simple, but it is so powerful to be grounded and center and smile. And I guarantee you, I'm gonna do another guarantee. I'm not supposed to do guarantees, but I guarantee you, you're gonna get that burst of excitement and just a happy feeling, a fulfilled feeling. Wow, I am so blessed. I am so prosperous. I've got everything I need right now, right here. Even if there are situations, with your life or home or, relationships, even if you take that moment to be so aware of what's around you, it's law. It's just so fun. It's fun to feel that way, to feel that feeling for no reason. But there's a reason. There's a reason, because that feeling is telling you, you're on the right track. It's almost rewarding you for being center, for being still, and saying, you know what, even though you can't see it, things are coming, good things are coming. Just trust me, just trust me. And that's what we have to do, is just solid, without a shadow of a doubt, faith and trust, because otherwise, if we don't, then we're in anxious, worry, fear, not sleeping, not feeling good, headaches, whatever ailments, your body aches when our emotional state is off. So you can either just kind of okay, fine, what do I have to lose? I'll just trust you, because I don't want to feel like that. So you can't have faith and fear in the same moment. But we get to choose which one we want. We can choose. I choose faith today, because I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know why this is, if there's a situation, why this is happening, or why I'm feeling this way. And I have no idea. I have no idea how it can get fixed. I have no idea how, when I say I want this, because I truly want it, but I don't know how it's going to come in for me, because the evidence in the past is showing me that I don't have that. It hasn't come in. It doesn't work like that for me. I see everybody else getting it. I'm not getting it. Why not? Why not? Why not? So then you're negating that desire, that belief, that trust, because in your gut, you're saying to yourself, I don't know how it's going to come in. But we don't know. We don't have to know how. That's the beauty of this, is that, again, just to trust and be like, you know what? I saw someone get something so crazy and I know that there's fun crazy for me, that who cares how it comes in, as long as it comes in gently, as long as it comes in the way, and we don't even have to know the way I want it, as long as it comes in an easy way, one that is in the highest and best for me and my family or friends or whoever's involved, highest and best for all, like this or something better, because the universe delivers normally 10 times better than what we normally want. It like amplifies it. When we write things down on paper, be careful what you write, be careful what you speak, because the universe will come in like a, thinking it's doing a good thing because that's what you wanted that, right? Like, but it's so forceful sometimes, and we're human, so we can't handle a vibration that's really higher than ours. And that's what we have to say gently, with ease, with grace, and I'm gonna love the way it comes in. And then just be done with that. Because I know trusting and letting go and the how is big for people. It's big. Because growing up, what? If you can't see it, I'll see it when I believe it. I believe it when I see it. I guess they would say, I believe it when I see it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. And it will never come. It will never come. So there's really nothing to lose than just trusting, and starting small then too would be great evidence of it, starting small. We talk about the butterflies, the, cup of coffee, anything you can think about, the parking spaces, anything. I want someone to hand me an umbrella on this rainy day. I desire this. Show me who's going to make me laugh today. Show me who I can bless today. Put me in a situation where, my words might speak to someone that may need to hear it. So little things like that, and then to track all of the wins. Well, this is what I said. This is how it came in, so then we can start recognizing, okay, well, I said this. I would have expected it to come in X, Y, or Z, but it came in like way over there. It came in from left field. I wasn't even looking for it. So hey, Jenna. Christy, yes, I was just told the other day that God did not create us to have an abundance of money. Why not? I know, this is a big one for people because, well, it all depends on money only amplifies who you are. And money only makes people better because you can then share with others. You can do things. You can, build your businesses easier. Get inventory for your stores, or if you're publishing a book, so it only makes us easier. And we're here, totally believe we are here to live our purpose, love life. I mean, God is like a overgenerous, father without an emotion. It's frequency to frequency, so it delivers what we want. There's no emotion around it to keep anyone in poverty, and that's a disease. And for those that feel guilty for desiring things, or don't want to, have any more because they were told that, that we're not supposed to have more, it's a lie. It's a lie. And, if you're the love for money is one of the things. Having money is not bad. The love for money, greed, doing bad things with it, I believe, that's where the misconception is. But people read one line of something, they don't get all the information, and then they want to act like an authority on it, and then give their opinion to other people. So that's that person's opinion. So that person will probably be broke for a long time, because that's their mentality. You will not hear an abundant, wealthy person say that to you. And the majority of wealthy people that I know are so generous, so kind, that they wouldn't be able to do the things and help the other people if they didn't have that. But those are some of the beliefs that people are saying. And if that's their belief, that's fine. So if there are areas of your life right now that you are not too happy with, or if you want to change, or if you don't like what your bank account looks like, or if you don't like what your house looks like, or not happy with your relationship. And people tell me all the time, I'm not a good manifester. I don't manifest well. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Everybody's a master manifester. So if you are super, super, super abundant and you get all these desires, that person, whoever's getting all these desires, still is growing, still wants more, still, wants to hit next levels. But it's the people that are watching them think that they have it all, think that their life's all put together. which is one thing. Comparing and going inside other people's homes is a no-no. We need to stay in our own lane. Those people, master manifestors, but they know how to use their mind in a correct way. They know how to line their vibration up and tune their radio tuner in to exactly what they want with precision. Now, the ones that don't like how their lives work or look right now, don't like what their bank accounts, don't like the jobs that they have, don't like their bosses, are also master manifestors. Every single person is a master manifestor. Those people are just tuning their tuners into, they're dipping down in the other way. They're dipping down into the fear, the not believe, the I'll never have it, it's too hard, I'm told not to have it, God says this, God says that, whatever. So they're precisely calling in things that they don't want. Even though they say they want it, I want that, I want that. Their belief system is too heavy and too full of garbage to get their pointer even up straight. That's why stuff like this is so important. These classes, these groups, people that are, like-minded people. This is where you come if you have questions on manifesting. Not to someone that doesn't, I always had a problem taking aerobics classes from heavy aerobics instructors. I couldn't trust that that it worked. I couldn't trust that the class was gonna work. So I don't like to work out, so I didn't. I'm like, so my trainers that I work out with, they work out with us. They're part of they're not just drill sergeants, they work out with us. So I work this with you. I love this science. I live this science. You can't just listen to the videos. You've got to experience it. You've got to experience it. Hey, Lisa. And if something's not working, to write it down. Keep track of it. Like, make notes of it. Why didn't it work? Okay, well, how did I say it? Oh, well, maybe I was missing a couple words. Maybe I only said part of it. And the universe and God is just delivering it like shuffling playing cards. Here you go, here you go, here you go. I didn't want this. Well, you said that. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't mean it, but that's what you said. So maybe rewrite it, and next time we're around, you'll get it right, And then by that time, you may or may not want the first desire, So the only reason we don't get the desires is we either sometimes don't want it, don't care about it anymore. We're not lining up with it with our belief system. It's mainly about the belief system, or it possibly isn't for us. And we want to make sure that we are calling in things that's for our highest and best. And there was a story that I read that a woman wanted this particular house. And I've heard other people do this too. I want that house. That house is mine. It's beautiful. I belong in it. I deserve it. I want 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 it. The old man in it died. So she got it. And she moved in with her husband. She was so in love, had this beautiful house now, and her husband died. And she was like, why? Well, you kind of forced the situation. I mean, that's an extreme story, but we don't want to force anything because you're working with the forces of nature, which are more powerful than us. So that's why scripting things out, using your words, really knowing what you want, because we truly don't need a lot of stuff. I like nice things, but I don't need it really, but we can have it. We don't have to be like, oh, I don't really need that, or I already had that, or, we don't have to play that way anymore because we're adults. We can do what we want. That's what our parents told us when we were kids. So we can do what we want. We can have what we want, but we have to serve others too. It's always an even exchange of energy. There is nothing for free. And the even exchange of energy, or you go first, you give the love first, you give the money first, you give this first. We give what we're searching for. We give what we crave first. And that opens up your channel huge. I mean, we can't see what it does, but when you're tracking it and writing it down, you'll start to see the patterns. You'll start to see how much came in a week, in a month, in 2 months, in a year. You'll start to really be like, holy cow, I am a master manifestor. And that only came in because I missaid it or whatever, or I didn't want it anymore. So that's pretty cool too. Our parents and society puts labels on us. We might do something one time, we might trip one time, and all of a sudden someone's labeling us as, oh, they're clumsy. She's clumsy. So then what happens? You keep tripping because they're kind of putting that label on you. When I was little, I spilled my milk one time at dinner, and my mom the next night at dinner, my mom told everybody that I spill my milk at dinner. So every night since then, not anymore, but for a long time, years and years and years, I was known to spill my milk at dinner. And sometimes when she even comes over, I spill something. I'm like, you put that label on me. I didn't have to continue spilling my milk. Like, I spilled it one time. No big deal. Clean it up and move on, you know? But they tend to do that. But that's all they knew. That's what their parents did, you know? So those are the identities that if it's not you, if it doesn't vibe with you, and usually, you know, we are not comfortable in the skin, you know, we need to get out. We want more. That's why we want more, because we are not honoring who we truly are. We have been molded under someone else's mold. And that's why I love seeing how many people are interested in this, you know, in my age group too, you know, that it's never too late, ever too late to do anything, to learn this, to master it, to anything you want, you know, and get rid of all the old paradigms of, oh, when you have a baby, you got to cut your hair, or, you know, when you're 30, you got to stop wearing jeans, or no more bikinis, or, you know, stuff like that. You know, says who? How about how do I feel? Does it make me feel okay, or does it not? Me, how do I feel? So that's very important to put in your toolbox. How does that make me feel? And back to this woman who then sold her house. She now had a contract on her house, and she was in between looking for 2 other homes, and was going to overpay for this one house, because there was another contract in on it, and she really wanted it. The other lady was like raising prices, and so all of a sudden it started getting very, very muddy. Both of her contracts were getting very muddy, and now the contract on her house that was very clean was starting to get very muddy, because she was giving her power to everybody, and then everybody was just messing with the energy of it, and she didn't know that. And I'm like, stop everything, like just stop for a second, and she was upset because she was giving away her power, and it didn't feel good. I already had to, like, you know, lessen my house this much. I gave, and now she's giving again. Like, there's no middle ground. And I'm like, you can't just be the giver on both ends. It doesn't work. You're not going to feel good. If you're always giving, you're not going to feel good. If you're always receiving, you know, they may enjoy it for a moment, but it's not going to make them feel good. You know, there has to be an even energy exchange. So all of a sudden she called me. She goes, I just canceled everything. Not her contract on hers, but the other 2 homes that she was looking for. If it's not working in flow, if it's not working for you, if it doesn't feel good, it's not meant, something's wrong. Something's wrong, but we tend to work this life, you know, whatever it is, the human things that we need to do, buy a car, buy a house, buy this, buy that, out of panic mode, out of, if I don't have this, then I'm going to be on the streets. If I don't get this, like, you know, I need somewhere to live. You've got 3 weeks, and you've got a bunch of money in the bank, so I don't know why are you afraid? Well, I need somewhere to live. No, you want to control the situation. You want to know right now, but maybe God has a bigger plan for you. Maybe he's got a nicer house. Maybe he's got better something. Like, we don't know. So why not just, like, take a breath for a second? Get your power back. So she did, you know. And again, within 24 hours, one of the homes called her and then was like giving to her. Okay, you don't have to pay that much. And, you know, you don't have to do this contingency, and you don't have to put this deposit down. And I'm like, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? We were raised to be fearful. We were raised to be in fear, from teachers, from the churches, from our parents, you know, always threatened with something that was fearful, you know. So we then, as people, we go into this shell, and not only are we losing it, we're trying to form our own identity. We lose our identity. We lose confidence. We are afraid then to say something. We're afraid to, you know, do something wrong. We're afraid to get in trouble. And then we give our power away. You know, every person, every one of you are so amazingly special and unique and powerful. And honor that, you know, and be loyal to yourself. You know, we give everything to everybody else. We take so much time and give to everything else. We give to our homes, you know, we take care of the kids, we take care of everything, and we feel like we got to give to strangers out of respect in case they're going to be, you know, mad at us or whatever, or save face, not be disrespectful. Overgive in fear of, if there's fear there. So I was like, how does that make you feel? For the first situation. Well, it didn't make her feel good, of course. To overpay for a house. Well, I was trying to think about what the other people with the other contract were doing. And I'm like, why? Why are you thinking about it, invisible people? This is between you and your source. Like, let's not complicate this. So in intention, no matter what you get involved in, an intention of, please help me, a prayer, help me, let this deal go through smoothly. This is the price. This is how I want it to work. These are my things that I would like. But if you see something, greater, grander, then I trust you. And I'll know how it feels, whether I should move forward. I will know by the way I feel, if this is the right price or if this is the right deposit. Like we have all the tools within us. That's the amazing thing. And we don't honor ourselves enough. We don't honor our minds. Our minds. This is where it all starts, in our minds. And it's free. And nobody can take it away from us. And nobody can control it. Nobody. So it doesn't matter about anything that's going on out there in the world today. We don't have to fall into it. We fall into here. And we will always be okay. Always. 100%, even more than okay. When you're mastering your own source. We clean out our refrigerators. Get rid of the old stuff. We clean out, our garbage, the garbage disposal. We clean out everything. We detox our bodies. We are health conscious, but wealth conscious? Are we wealth conscious? Are we prosperity conscious? Do we clean out our mind of all the crap that's been in there for all those years? Every memory and every thought and everything that made us feel bad about ourselves? No, we don't. And that's what this program and my next program is about. It's like changing the habits so we can get to the point where you change a couple habits, a couple small things a day, like one little grain of sand or salt, you can't even see it. One little tiny one, you can't even see it, but look at the beach. How beautiful the beach is with all the sand. Or a salt jar with all the salt in it, One little tiny step a day will be changing habits. So finally the goal would be to get your mind to only see the things you want and only deliver the things that you want. And then the things that come in that you don't want, or situations, because we are living a human experience, we are in life, you'll be able to deal with it on a much higher level. You will be able to understand it, you'll be able to correct it, you'll be able to mold the energy of it, you'll be able to still have things always work out for you. How's that? Yes, manifesting with friends, Lisa. Specific things, 100%. Yep. And when two come together, it's the mastermind, because you're both on the same page and you're exploding energy. So one person can manifest all they want. We all have the power. When you put two or more together for the same thing, and even putting a group together, or it catapults the energy. I mean, things will come in like magic. Because anything we say is already going out, spiraling out to the universe. It's going into your escrow, your bank, your invisible vibrational bank. So everything we want is already there. And we just need to pull it in. We just need to line up with it. Fix the antenna, just straighten out a little bit, and then send the arrow off and bring it back to us. But have fun doing it. That's the most thing. Have fun doing it. So find fun. If there's anything from today that I can leave you with, is to find something that makes you have fun. Because when you have fun, when you're at lunch, clients call. When you're at lunch, when you're having a massage and you're enjoying yourself, things happen. You will get more done and more accomplished and have more prosperity by going in your mind and in your journal and enjoying what you have today than you ever will working 40, 60, 100 hours a week in something that you don't like doing. Yep. Let's see if I missed anything. Okay. That's it for today. That was a big day one. Whew. I'm getting hot. I hope you guys, I left you with some good tools today to work on. Easy, right? Powerful yet simple steps. And we're going to do this all over again tomorrow with brand new stuff. So have an amazing day. I would love to know, what you're working on, what your comments are, what your questions are, what you need help with. So just make the comments in the group, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 1. All right. Have a fabulous day.